Hey, Lawrence here. Hey, welcome to another edition of Business Beatz. I'm sitting in the office on my own, on my lonesome, smashed out a bit of work. Got a little bit inspired, so got into a bit of a creative space and thought I'd just record a few things for an app today. And I wanted to talk about one thing in particular, right? It's like, what are you doing today? So it's Sunday today, and it's what's the time? 2:49 in the afternoon. What are you doing? I'm in the office and I'm working, and it made me think about a couple of things. Right, so my office sort of looks out into the office, and there's actually no one in here, which is cool. I get it, right? Everyone's at home with their families, doing their thing. If they don't have families, they're watching Netflix, eating popcorn, whatever it is they're doing, right? But, sometimes you just got to think, right, what am I doing with my time? Like, what are you doing today, Sunday? Like, what does it look like? Are you hungover this morning? Are you getting out of bed at midday? And then what are you doing when you get out of bed at midday? Probably not a lot, because you're not going to be very motivated to do anything, right? So today was just to quickly talk about that, just a bit of a short conversation about, you just sort of got to get hard, right? You got to really think about, if you were young, right, and you're in your early 20s, what are you doing? Like, look, you might be the person who just wants to, cruise and not do much through life at all. Well, look, no harm, no foul, that's all good. Like I normally say, about 3% of the world's population will actually get off their ass and do something, right, and contribute and create stuff, right, cool stuff. So, really you got to think about what you're doing with your time. If you're working for somebody 9 to 5, well, mate, and you want to get a side hustle, mate, you should be working today. Like Sunday, you should be up early. You should get into the day, right? It's a beautiful day outside, as you can see behind me. So why were you not up early today? If you're sitting there thinking, I was really tired, I'd have a tough week. Well, have you really had a tough week? Like, think about it. Have you really? Or has it just been a week and you just think it's tough? Maybe it wasn't tough at all. Maybe it was you had a week and there was no toughness involved in that week. Maybe, you're thinking that things are hard and they're actually not, right? So sometimes you just need to get over yourself. Like, what are you talking about? Like, and I remember when I was an employee, I'm not an employee now, of course, I'm company director and founder and all that other sort of stuff. But all my life, I've worked hard, right? There's one thing my father taught me. And he said a couple of things to me. He said, all you need to do, son, is work hard. He was a hard worker. I've never seen anyone work as hard. I think that's probably one of the very few lessons I got from him. It was tough for him, right? But that's something he did teach me, was to work hard. So that I've always done that. I've always thought work ethic was the one of my strongest superpowers, right? That I can work harder than anybody else, all right? I never get tired. If someone needs me, I'm there, 100%. If I have to be up all night for 5 days in a row without sleep, I'll do it, 100%. Wouldn't faze me. Like, I'll just get it and get it done, because I'm not going to bitch and whinge about it. Like, complaining is not a strategy, people. Like, God, take off the poopy pants, put on some David Goggins and listen to the real world, right? So what are you doing today, Sunday? What did you do yesterday, Saturday? Were you productive? Did you 10x it, as Greg Cardone would say? Like, what did you get up to? Did you contribute to your community, to your family, to those around you, to your employer, to your business, to the planet? What did you do to contribute? Or did you do nothing? And then you're going to go to work on Monday and then just start complaining about stuff. Like, oh my God, it's Monday. Oh, the worst day of the week. Like, seriously, people, how could you live a happy life like that? It's not cool. So, and it's not going to help you. It's not going to help your growth, your personality, or mindset. It's just not going to help you. Complaining is not a strategy, right? So you just got to get on it. As I look to my wall just over here, there's a framed picture from these guys from Startup Vitamins. Actually, shout out to you guys, great business. they do these motivational things, right? And in my office on my wall, it's get shit done. I look at that every day. People walk around these things every day, right, in the office, like, and don't actually look at them and read them, and don't absorb them. Like, get shit done. Like, that's what I'm here doing today. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think, okay, are we trying to close out the month? What can I do today to help? What can I do today to help the team? What can I do today to help the sales team, the managers, the leaders, other people in the business that rely on me, right? So I'm in here working all day. Guess what I was doing yesterday? I was in here as well. I wasn't in here for the whole day, but I was in here for a good 3 or 4 hours, you know, just getting prepped, organizing, strategizing, whiteboarding, and just doing shit, right? So, you know, you really got to think about it. What are you doing today, Sunday? That sort of was running through my head. It's been running through my head all day. You know, I was up. I've had an afterburn session. I did a cold plunge. I've been to the gym. I locked the keys out of my car, so I had to catch an Uber, get spare keys, and catch an Uber back again. But I carried on with my day, right? And now I've been in the office for a few hours, getting prepped and ready for the week to come. Getting some reading done, getting some strategy done, getting some documents organized, some flowcharts done, whatever it takes, right? Whatever it takes. Are you prepared to do whatever it takes? Or is it Sunday and you're sitting there, you're going out for lunch with your friends, maybe had a couple of glasses of champagne, I don't know, or a couple of cold beers, chicken sandwich, and you're doing whatever it is you do. Wasting the day, right? No, I'm not saying you can't do that. You can do that, but you should do the work first and then do that second, right? So what are you doing today? Sunday, what are you doing today? Think about that. What did you do last Sunday and the Sunday before that and the Sunday before that? What are you doing every Sunday this year? And what are you going to do every Sunday for the rest of this year, 2023, right? Think about it. Like, man, I think about that all the time. I think that's really critical. I'm always constantly trying to improve, 10x, contribute, get shit done, right? Because I know that if I can do that, I'll live a happy life. It'll be a good life, and I can help those around me. And by the way, I'm here working today, not for me, but I'm here working for other people. Even though I'm the boss, I need some other people to be successful. So I'm in here working for them today. You know what I mean? So what are you doing? Think about that. I just wanted to push this video out there to get people thinking about what are you doing with your time? It's Sunday. It's not a time of rest. If you think it's a time of rest, wake up, because that's bullshit. And it's not a day of rest. You know, what makes you deserve it? Like, you should think about that. Why do you deserve to take a day off and rest? Right? Like, what have you done? What have you done in the last 5 or 6 days that has had any element of contribution? You know, how many hours have you worked? I've done probably just over 100 hours, excluding today. I haven't counted today. And I'm trying to work hard, right? And just get it done. Like, now I'm not saying you're going to do that for your whole life, but come on, do it for part of your life. I'll go back to that story, right? So when I was young, working for other people, right? I haven't worked for a lot of companies. I've been an entrepreneur most of my life, but when I worked for other people, I was always the first one on the last sleep, 100%, every day. I remember I worked for a company. Here's a story for you. I worked for a company. They were good to me. Like, the general manager was a good guy. He was really good to me. I had a lot of respect for him. He looked after me, you know, and I didn't really know a lot, and he coached me and trained me, and I never forgot that. So I worked hard for him. You know, he was just a branch manager. So I worked so hard that I wanted him to be successful. I actually didn't do it for me. Yeah, the money was good, don't get me wrong. But, you know, if you're going to work hard, what are you doing it for? Like, that's what you should be thinking about if you're doing nothing today. Why don't you go and do something? Instead of doing it for yourself, why don't you do it for somebody else? Do it for a mate. Do it for a friend in need, right? Or do it for yourself, so you can get stronger and help other people. Anyway, I think it's a Wednesday. I'm working for this guy, right? You know, we're working hard. I'm in a business development, a sort of executive role, right? And I get a call from my sister, right? And these are hard times, right? I've been through a bit, and she says to me, "I've got some bad news." You know, so, you know, in the pit of your stomach, you sort of know what it is. And she said, our father just died, right? So Dad just passed away. He had a heart attack in the bath. And it was devastating. You know, that just came out of the blue. But guess what I did? I pulled up my pants, rolled up my socks, or whatever it is that you do in those situations, and I went back to work. And then I went back to work the next day. And then I went back to work the next day. And then I applied to take a week off, and I flew out on Friday night, I think it was, so I could finish out the work week with the team. Just because my father died, well, what am I going to do? Just fall apart and just get on a plane and, I can't work. Like, come on, Vic. Like, you got to be resilient, right? We're missing a bit of that in 2023. Resilience, strength. Men and women. I'm not just talking about men here. I'm talking about men and women. We've lost that strength. Now, I did that, and then I took a week off, and then I was back to work, 100%. That's just what I've always done. I've always been the first in and the last out, because the people that give me a job, I'm thankful for it. You know what I mean? I'm just appreciative of it, and I think we miss that. I think we're too busy focused on ourselves, and we should be focused on other people. I said to someone the other day, I said, hey, one of your teammates is feeling really down. Yeah, I know. And I'm like, so what are you going to do about it? Go and help him. Like, look after him, put your arm around him and ask if he's okay. And then instead of focusing on yourself, why don't you just focus on him and help him get back on point? Like, we miss that. We don't do that anymore. Everyone's focused on themselves. And it's, look, it's embarrassing. Like, I just think it's embarrassing. God will be looking down on us, not very happy about us right now. Because all we are is we're focused on ourselves. Look, there's a large part of the world that isn't, but that's 3%, right? So all I'm saying is I'm back to the topic. What are you doing today? Do something to contribute and get your ass off the couch, turn the TV off, stop going out and have lunch with your friends every weekend, and go and do something that contributes to something, please. I think it's really important. And I think we should all do it. Imagine the world would be a much better place if we did that. Looked after our neighbor, just did something like that. Look after our friend. Look after a stranger, you know what I mean? Someone that you don't know. And work hard, work ethic, what happened to that? We should bring that back, right? Maybe JT can write a song about bringing work ethic back. Who knows? Anyway, look, I just wanted to push that out today. It's been rolling around my brain all day as we've been sort of cruising around and just observing things, right? And I'm stuck in the office on a Sunday on my own, which, by the way, is highly enjoyable to me, because what I'm doing today, I think, can help a few people over the next coming weeks, and I get excited about that. So that's why I do it. It's fulfilling, and fulfillment is something that we should be chasing. And fulfillment's really important, I think, in life. I think it creates a happy life. Anyway, that's enough from me. Thanks for joining. Any questions, drop them through. Happy to answer those. And have a good Sunday, whatever it is you're doing. Hopefully it's something valuable. See ya.